Have you ever pondered why myths weave through every heart? Why tales of dragons echo across time? Stories of Baba Yaga, of Arthur's blade, of heroes and terrors. Were they ever real? These legends hold truth, and they all sprung from Yggdrasil, a cluster of worlds held together by the roots of fate, worlds of ethereal beauty and dread beyond imagination, where heroes defy their fate and villains twist the hearts of men. A world now shrouded in forgotten truth. But I have seen it, and it was truly beautiful. I am the one burdened to watch over these worlds. I go by many names: a watcher, a world master, but you may address me as Arthur. I invite you on a journey to remind you of a world you once remembered. This tale is called the Wise King's Myth. In an age long before heroes walked the earth, before even the kingdoms had names, there was a man who sought not power, but understanding. His name is lost to time, yet the world remembers him only as the Wise King. He was born during the Grand Convergence, when Yggdrasil's branches trembled and the realms aligned perfectly. As chaos devoured empires and kings fell like ash, Yggdrasil groaned beneath the weight of darkness. When the roots bled corruption and the veil between the material and spiritual was torn asunder, the Wise King wandered the broken world, learning from spirits, celestials, and the silence between stars. But in his search for truth, he uncovered a secret too dreadful to bear. A shadow older than time had planted its seed into the roots of the world, and its roots run deep. He forged 10 rings, not of gold or silver, but from the essence of kingship itself: mercy, strength, knowledge, justice, compassion, sacrifice, ambition, virtue, wisdom. And the final ring: hope. Each ring bore a price. Each one bound him closer to destiny and further from his humanity. With the 10 rings he united the scattered people. He ended wars with a whisper. He brought light to places the sun had never touched. He restored the veil that separated the spirit world from the material. They built him a throne in the mithril city of Verithane, where the sky kissed the earth, and they begged him to rule forever. But even the Wise King was not beyond burden. He had seen too much, had lost too much, and when the final choice was placed before him, to break the cycle of fate or to preserve it, he vanished. Some say he died, others say he ascended beyond the veil, and some say his spirit waits in the dark, guarding the 10 rings until the next bearer is worthy. The 10 rings endure, hidden somewhere, perhaps scattered across the realm. They are cursed and blessed in equal measure, and all who seek them must answer one question: will you rule or be ruled? I will now take you to the ancient past, where you will witness the battle firsthand, the battle against the eclipse. The beautiful mithril city of Verethane, floating high above the world, in the sky, harnessing forgotten magic and thaumaturgy. The people of Verethane living in harmony under the wise king's rule. But then, a heartbeat echoes once. Then a boom. The world falls under shadow. An unnatural eclipse splits the heavens in two. Light and darkness at war above the skies. There are moments in time so heavy they bend space and time itself. This was one. Within the Magic Council of Verethane, inside the crystal halls, the Council of Mages shout in fear. Wards have failed! Entire provinces have gone silent! Panic arises. Only one man remains silent. The wise king stands at the balcony, his eyes on the horizon, watching, waiting. We shift our gaze to the sky torn asunder, stars falling like meteors. A colossal figure emerges, an eldritch beast born of corruption, powered by the fused remnants of the primeval sun and the primeval moon, long since thought destroyed. The eclipse core is its heart, but twisted. A swirling void for a heartbeat that draws power from the sun and moon. Tendrils made of collapsed light spread across the heavens. With each step it takes, the world beneath it buckles. Valleys collapse, rivers reverse. From it, a voice speaks. Not from the creature itself, but from the shadows that created it.
You built a kingdom of light. Let us see what light becomes when it dies out.
At the edge of the floating city of Verethane, armies gather. Mages, soldiers, knights, giants, and spirits. But they do not advance. They stand in silence, staring at one man. He steps forward, the wise king, barefoot on marble. Wind rushes past his white robes. He steps forward alone, his crown resting just above his head. His 10 rings dormant, but they listen. He did not fight for glory. He did not fight to be remembered. He fought because no one else could. He lifts both hands as if calling out to someone. Swirls of cloud form beneath his feet, creating a solid fog-like platform, and he descends. The battle began, and it was cataclysmic. No weapon could harm the body of this beast, for its body was of a higher dimension. No magic could affect it, for its eclipse core absorbed all mana and energy. Magic in the atmosphere began to grow unstable from the mere presence of this abomination. Its eclipse core devouring all the mana, natural and unnatural. The battle raged on. Valleys were created, mountains destroyed in an instant. But then the beast, with a swirling vortex of cosmic force, it strikes the wise king, and he plummets down. The people cry out in terror. He dives straight into the corrupted beast's core. Inside is nothing, a void, a place where time halts. But then the voice from the shadows speaks again.
You have lost. I was the first to awaken. Before the first of your kind crawled out of the mud, I I gazed upon the formless dark and called it mine. When Aru created Yggdrasil, I planted a seed deep within its roots. This beast you face, it is no abomination. It is my will, made flesh. Its heart beats with the stolen light of the world's birthright. You cannot unmake what I have twisted. Its core is indestructible, for it is not forged. It is perverted, and thus eternal like me.
The wise king inside the vast abyss within the core responds, "If it cannot be destroyed, then I shall reshape it." He raises his hands, and all 10 rings activate. The beast lets out a shrieking roar. The eclipse core bursts with a bright light. Then it sunders, and the wise king emerges. Then he quickly claps his palms, and the eclipse core splits, dividing into 2 celestial orbs, the primeval sun and the primeval moon, suspended like twin lanterns.
What did you do?
I've restored the primeval sun and moon, and I've taken away your anchor in this world, sealing it away in this land. The primeval sun and the primeval moon will be guarded, never again to fall into hands that would twist them. I will ensure that peace is restored.
You think you've won? But this is no end. My time stretches beyond your fleeting life. Your entire lifespan is merely a fraction of mine. A time will come when a dark prince will rise, and when the heavenly bodies align, he shall usher in an age of darkness. In the grand scheme of things, your entire existence was meaningless.
The wise king responds softly, defiant. Then I shall entrust my legacy to those who come after me. Let us move further into the future after the battle. The king's last will. The battle has ended. The skies have stilled. The beast is no more, its eclipse core separated into the primeval sun and moon, now resting quietly in crystalline vessels of light. The wise king stands on the marble floor of Verithane, bathed in the golden hue of a world saved. Before him, the people gather. His robes ripple with the wind. His 10 rings no longer glow, they rest like dormant stars upon his hands, their purpose nearly fulfilled. He is surrounded by his most trusted, the Council of Mages, and his 2 young apprentices. To his right stands Merlin, calm and reverent. To his left, Zera, regal and composed, but sadness lingers beneath their eyes, as if they know this is the end. The wise king raises his hand. I have walked the breach between heaven and earth, and from it I have drawn light. This world was broken long before I bore its burdens, but I have bought you time. Time to heal, time to rise. O my people, hear me now. The shadow is banished, the eclipse core sundered, but its whispers linger. I have seen a darkness yet to come, a dark prince who will rise when the heavens align once again. Guard your hearts, for courage and unity will be your shield. The crowd murmurs. Fear ripples through them. The wise king is gazing skyward, then to the crowd before him. My time has come. The storm has passed, yet the roots still bleed. Peace, though won, is but a breath in the mouth of time. He turns to Merlin, placing a glowing orb into his hands. The primeval sun. Then he raises a second, paler orb, the primeval moon. Then the wise king says to Merlin,
You, Merlin, have fought what was in your blood. You've cast aside the chains of your lineage and found what it truly means to be a hero. Guard these lights. I entrust them to you. One day, they will need to shine again. And when that time comes, find someone worthy to inherit them. A true hero.
He places his hand on young Merlin's head, and a flicker of warmth travels between them. Merlin bows his head, fighting back tears.
I will not fail you, my king.
As Zera watches, there is a hint of jealousy in his eyes. The wise king then turns to Zera, his other student. The silence between them is longer. He steps closer, his gaze deep and unwavering.
Oh, Zera, I know what you hide. The grief of your brother, your mother, your father. Loss has carved its scars into your soul, and for that, I do not pity you. I trust you. You understand pain.
From beneath his cloak, the wise king draws a sword. Its hilt is shaped like a phoenix. The blade is impossibly pure, and it bears elvish letters etched in ancient script, glowing faintly with golden fire.
Zera, this blade carries the potential to defy destiny. Upon its edge is written a name, the name of the child of prophecy.
He places the sword gently into Zera's hands.
Zera, I name you heir, the next king of Varathane. This world is wounded, but I still trust you'll do what I no longer can. Lead it with wisdom, protect it with truth, and when the name inscribed on the blade awakens, you will know what to do.
Zera looks down and reads the name of the child of prophecy. His breath catches, his fingers tremble, and tears trail silently down his face. The wise king does not smile, but there is warmth in his eyes.
Not all prophecies are chains, my students. Some are keys.
He turns now to address his people. His voice raises, not as a ruler, but as a guardian, speaking to his children.
O my people, I have built towers across the land. Within them, treasures, guarded by trials of heart and soul, not to be hoarded, but to be found by those who carry the mark of the phoenix. Guard these towers well, for the hour shall come when the Dark Prince rises. And on that day, the heroes of prophecy must walk paths I cannot see.
The wind grows still. Even the magic in the air is quiet.
I leave behind no empire, only a chance. May those who follow carry not my name, but my purpose.
He closes his eyes, and he turns away. A luminous veil forms behind the wise king, opening a gate to a temple beyond time. He closes his eyes, and he turns away, ready to leave. He turns one last time.
Merlin, Zera, my students, our time is done. Yours begins.
From the gate, Ahara, the primordial spirit of light, begins to take form, leading the wise king beyond the gate. The king steps into the veil. Light surrounds them both.
I go now to sleep. This is farewell.
Then he vanishes. The light dims, the mithril halls silent, and the age of myths fade into legend. Let me now speak of what was never written in the Chronicles of Kings. A moment no scroll records. The final words spoken to a friend older than the stars. The farewell beyond the veil. The crowds have faded. The towers of Varathane drift in silence. The primeval sun and moon lie sealed. The sword of destiny passed. The throne spoken for Now, only the end remains. The wise king walks, alone, into the sealed land, beyond the veil of the known world. Here, where silence is loud and time grows quiet, marble spires rise from the earth, like spiraling pillars, and the sky shines with rays of golden light that pierce through the thick clouds, shining over a marble throne, the throne beyond time. He rests on the throne. The air is silent. Ahara descends gently, her presence vast, pulsing like sunrise. They say nothing at first, only the sound of the wind, ancient and eternal, moves between them. Then the wise king softly says, "It is done." Ahara warmly responds,
You have done more than enough, old friend. You held back the tide. You gave the world a chance to dream again.
The wise king removes his crown. It dissolves into light. He looks into the heavens, and then he says,
I had many names, but none of them were ever mine.
Then let us choose new ones and walk together once more.
The wise king smiles, yet he is tired.
The wise king's form begins to shine with golden light, no longer entirely flesh.
He trembles, his voice raw with grief.
Oh, Ahara, I fear I have failed. The shadow's voice, it haunts me still. It spoke the truth, did it not? My struggles, my sacrifice, it wasn't enough. The Dark Prince will rise, and the age of darkness may yet come.
And then Ahara responds, her voice like distant chimes in a golden hall.
Failure is not your burden, wise one. You reshaped what could not be unmade. You carved hope from the roots of despair. These treasures, these towers, they are your echo, your mercy made manifest. Trust them as you trusted yourself.
The wise king lifts his head. A smile flickers, thin but real, and then he softly responds,
Then I leave my faith in those to come. May they find the strength to carry what I could not.
He slowly rests on the throne beyond the veil. His robes fade like golden stardust, his body unraveling into glowing threads. The 10 rings fall through his fingers, softly onto the throne. Soundlessly, the power spent, or perhaps merely waiting. And then, the wise king's eyes touched by vision beyond time, gazing into the unseen future. His voice, soft, yet resolute, carries a tremor of hope and sorrow. He speaks a whisper that echoes like prophecy.
Solomon, Willem, Saul, Marcus, Rectofel, Elijah, Arbuski.
The towers across the sealed land hum softly, as if etching the names into the stone hearts. The wise king continues, his voice faltering, yet still audible.
Gelmir, Prometheus, Jerai, Korgoth, Ixander, Troy.
The sky begins to shine. Ahara steps closer, her light curling gently around his fading form. The wise king fading, he continues, his voice now barely more than a breath.
Raphael, Rouge, Shion, Haley, Al, and Alchema.
That last name lingers, heavy with promise and warning. His eyes close, his face at last, at peace. A single tear of light escapes and vanishes into Ahara's embrace. She wraps her light around him, and as he dissolves, into her radiance, into the fabric of Yggdrasil itself. The sky bursts in a slow bloom of golden luminance. No one saw it. No bard wrote it down. But the world tree remembers. The towers remember. And when the stars fall in perfect rhythm, they say you can still hear his final words.
Let them carry what I could not.